Hello, divas, diamonds, and dolls. Welcome back to our YouTube channel, Femininity with Momma Gail. Today, let's talk. Yesterday, we talked about sensuality. On today, let's talk about from sensuality to sexuality, which can lead to vulgarity. So, for sensuality, we did a whole video on it, so I'm just going to tip, tap, touch a little bit on sensuality. It is the being in touch, in tune with your senses, and using your senses along with body language, along with attraction, along with your feminine energy to attract, draw, even just feel vibrant and alive and loving of yourself. Self-love and attractiveness of self without anybody else's permission. We actually go into the sexuality part when we include other people. You'll hear people say, "Oh, you're so sexy. I'm attracted to you and would like to have sex with you, be in intercourse with you." Now, sexuality is a broad topic. So when we speak of sexuality, we are speaking from the sensuality leading into sexuality between the attraction of two people. We have magazine articles. We have perfume or advertisement. We have commercials and things of that nature with sex sells. The sexuality, the attraction, the alluring, the attention being given to sex, pleasure, being erotic, aroused in that nature. So sensuality and being aware of your senses, using your body and body language, being alive and vibrant, being present, also tips over into sexuality when you begin to add touch and your senses to another partner or to yourself in areas that will bring some type of pleasure and release, orgasm, if you will. The sexuality comes in the picture of sex. The sensuality is the awareness of your beauty, of the way you carry yourself, the way you conduct yourself, your behavior, things of that nature. The sensuality, the softness, the radiance, the touch of yourself, the touch of your skin, the touch of being able to touch other people without physically touching them, the sensuality, the innocence, the beauty, the being alive and vibrant of the self. And when you connect with someone else or bring pleasure through masturbation and touching your hot spots to receive something else, it takes you into sexuality. Now, I know that sexuality, as I stated earlier, can be gender or the attraction to whatever partner you are attracted to defines your sexuality. We are not talking about sexuality in that sense. I had to repeat myself because I felt the need to, when we're speaking about sexuality, not to put it in just the box of what I'm talking about, but so that we all can understand and know the difference between the type of sexuality that I'm talking about. Now, from the sexuality, from the allure, the advertisement, the attraction, the desire to pleasure or to be pleasured by, because of the sexuality, it can lead to vulgarity when you take sexuality out of the magazines and the porn industry and strippers and the bedroom, and you are touching your boobs, your butt, your box out in the opening. You are wearing clothes that are inviting and advertising and showing everything, and not knowing how to use your sensuality to touch spots and areas without being vulgar. In sensuality, you are never touching your boobs. You are never rubbing, putting your hands too close between your thighs, or rubbing, holding, grabbing your behind or in between your thighs in any way, shape, form, or fashion out in public. That belongs in the bedroom, bringing sexuality to the sensuality. The sensuality is a hint, a touch of this is the attraction of me flowing out of me because I love me, whether you are with me or not, whether you approve of me or not, whether you want me or not. The sexuality is the attraction and the pleasure of wanting to come together, to have intercourse, to receive and accept the invitation to sex. The vulgarity is the turn off of you doing these things in public and presenting yourself in a manner that does not complement sensuality or sexuality on a tasteful level. So sensuality is being aware of your senses being heightened, having a self-love, worth, confidence. We talked about that in the video on sensuality also. Being confident not to care about what anybody else says or thinks about you, but using body language along with your senses. The sensuality, the senses of your personality. You bringing that out of you without apology or permission. The sexuality, the sensuality leads into the sexuality within the alluring, the inviting, the attraction, the desire for the pleasure between yourself and yourself, or yourself and a partner, or yourself and two partners or three partners, or however you choose to do you. But the vulgarity comes in when it's not decently presented as a lady or as a gentleman, when you're hot and off the hook, when you're putting your hands in places that ought not to be in public. There is a time and a place for everything. And what's decent in the bedroom is not decent on the street. So sensuality, sexuality, and vulgarity. Now somebody else may not agree with what I said, and feel free to leave me a comment or add something on to what could seem vulgar or what your definition of sexuality is if I didn't touch on it. But this is Femininity with Momma Gail. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have a blessed and prosperous day, divas, diamonds, and dolls. Stay sensual.